just adjust the mic. There we go. Now let me just grab the YouTube link. Ooh. Netflix released the second episode of Antics released the second episode of the Piggy Antflix series. That's cool. Okay, let me just copy. Now let me just open up Discord. Okay, now let me just hop on into Stream Lounge. Okay, first thing that we are going to do, I'm gonna show you this weird Sonic game on Roblox. I discovered it back when I had my old account, and it was a super long time ago. Hold on, let me mute the music, and then yeah, there we go. You can get the Chaos Emeralds and everything. And in this stream, I'm going to show you how. And come on, come on. Think I got on there fast enough. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can spin dash and stuff. I believe you can, yeah, Chaos Spear for attacks. In fact, let me just bring up the controls. Q is to boost, E is to spin dash, F is for Chaos Spear, Y is for time stop or chaos control. You do need one of the Chaos Emeralds for that. T is for boost acceleration in any form. E and R is to go up and down in super form, hyper form, dark spine form, what have you. B is for Chaos Blast. Z is float or unfloat. N is lock on, only with both a PvP on. V is Chaos Shield, only in super forms. G is Chaos Sword, tab is to change targets. Yeah, there's Chaos Blast. And... yeah, there's Chaos Sword. Wait, yo. Crap. Okay. Yeah, you die if you fall in the water. But yeah, the game is super fun. I believe I said to... Hold on. Ah! Hold on, how loud is this? Okay, the mic volume is still louder. There we go, there's the first Chaos Emerald. That's the Master Emerald, that's if you want to go into your Hyper form. You need all the Chaos Emeralds for that, too. Oh, also, this is something I'd love to do in this game. This is so much fun. This plays like an actual modern Sonic game, too. Like, the controls feel amazing. Except for maybe that. Speaking of Sonic games, one of the things we're going to be watching today, it's like apparently some sort of Sonic Forces rewrite. Join the Discord if you want to help turn that into like an actual fan game. Okay, we have 3 emeralds so far. I'll show you how to unlock Dark Spine form when we go for the, Okay, I just got that. I'll show you how to get the Dark Spine form when we get the White Chaos Emerald. First, let's go get the Yellow Emerald. Ow, my ears. Okay. Is anyone watching on YouTube now? Oh, you want to make this on God? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so the White Emerald is in here. And then to get the Dark Spine form, you have to do this crazy parkour thing. And then at the end of it, stand on top of like the giant book, and there's like a badge that you get for doing this, and in that badge's description there are 3 quotes. Say them in the chat in that order while standing on the giant book, and you unlock the Dark Spine form and you get the badge. Okay. Anyway, there's 2 more emeralds to get. First one is on Budget Prison Island. Prison Island, but the game's creators were low budget. It's a low budget island. There we go. That's the green emerald. And then there's one more chaos emerald. Come on, come on, come on. Not now. I already have to. Come on. Come on. Okay. then you just... And then real quick, music selection, mute. It's time to first go into super form. Now that we have all 7. Oh, right. First we need to equip them. Which I'll do over here, because why not? And now that you've done that, okay, we need to get more rings to stay in this form. Okay, quick, we gotta find some rings. Cool. Okay. My one problem with this game is that the rings have super small hitboxes. That's like the one problem I have with this Roblox game. Anyway, got one more thing to show you. Oh right, there are stairs here. And then you can fly. Let's check the controls again. Look at that area of effect. Ooh. Look at that. Ah. Alright, we need to get more rings fast to maintain this form. And to finish it off, we're gonna die in hyper form. Nice. Okay. Next up. Also accept my Roblox friend request before I take your toes. That's kinky and also illegal. Unless you're in Japan, apparently. Okay. Now for reacting to stuff. Okay. Oh, Zalzar started reacting to Underverse. Took him long enough. Okay,
No trouble. Custom hero stuff. Today we're gonna. What?
Okay. Okay. Okay, now to... Let me see, how do I do this? Push. How about... Screen capture, add source. That. Let me just move this above that. And this above here. And then... Okay. That's good. Dog.
Yes, come say hi to the internet. You want to say hi to YouTube? Come on, come you too. Oh, your buddy. He's the goodest boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. How are you comfortable right now? Silly buddy boy. Alright, I'll let you down now. Thank you. Thank you for coming on to the... Thank you for coming on to the stream. Please don't mess up the green screen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Maxie.
Alright. He's the goodest boy. Remy, I accepted your friend request already. Okay. Now to react to the stuff.
Alright, it looks like we got Sonic finally. He's been really hard to catch because he's so fast, but fortunately we have him in this enclosed space.
I'm gonna kill all of you!
We've heard that one before. Anyway, so,
I'm
wait.
busting out now!
Wait,
I'm actually
what?
busting out of the prison!
Oh god, he's
Oh,
actually doing
you
it.
are?
I'm now outside of the prison bars! Here I go!
Fugitive to law, Sonic.
Wham! I told you I was gonna break free.
What is this?
Live and learn, everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Talk about a low-budget flight. No food or movies. I'm big. What are you doing here?
He's also being brought into custody.
You need to go back home.
Why is
I
he
have a
in this
suspicion
game?
You left the oven on.
Why is Big the Cat even in this game? Okay, oh, loud. But, quick question. Why is Big the Cat even in this game?
That's a cool JPEG.
That's a cool JPEG. Oh, click VA. An improvised dub of Sonic Adventure 2. Footage courtesy of Vindy and blah blah blah. Penny Parker's Sonic. That's cool. Ryan Mitchum as Shadow. Lily Lennox as Tails and Rouge. Haley Rose as Knuckles and Amy. Alfred Coleman as Dr. Eggman. I'm using Alfred Coleman's voice for boyfriend in the FNF mods, and you can't stop me. Sonic Adventure 2 Hero Story. Okay.
Huh?
Hey,
What's that?
do you know where the nearest hot topic is?
Oh.
Zawarudo.
Hey, you put.
Hey, we're less than 2 minutes in, and we already have a JoJo reference. This is gonna be really good. I can already tell this is gonna be great.
Diamonds aren't green, dick nips.
That's really rude. I'm gonna have to call the polices on you.
Zawarudo.
I'll make you eat those words. What?
See, nerd.
He's faster than Sonic.
What?
Faster than Sonic.
What?
It's almost like that emerald has some sort of power.
This emerald has all sorts of power. Zawarudo.
Stop saying that.
Okay, here's Knuckles and Rouge.
We mean it last.
We met last week. What are you
Oh?
talking about?
Oh?
We've been hitting the reefers.
That's right, Sonic. I'm taking on me. Oh, wait, Sonic is
Alfred, you are a frickin' legend.
That's fine. I didn't really want it anyway.
Hey, those are mine. Bring them back.
No, fuck you. I'm taking it away, you Sonic. Give me a second.
Oh, now I'm mad. Oh, I can't.
Oh, my emeralds. Oh.
Simp.
That's what you get for being a dumb piece of
Oh,
shit.
sorry, I wasn't trying to touch you, nerd.
Yeah, you were.
Dude, get out of my face. I just
Pervert.
punched an emerald. Hurt really bad.
Kill these sons of bitches.
I can't believe you did this. This is all your fault.
I can't believe your tits are one pile.
I'm flying this plane all by myself. I'm literally 5 years old. I'm not in any way qualified to do this. Where's my mom? Hey, what are you doing down there? She looks like she's all by herself. Maybe I should go pick her up in my super cool airplane.
Okay, you do.
Where did Amy go? She was right in front of me.
Man, come over here.
Ah, my bones! Oh, I know I should have. Why are you doing this?
Happy April.
Happy April!
That's it. I'm calling the police.
I'm the police.
I feel like I'm gonna laugh a little bit less as the video goes on, because I'm gonna get used to it.
I'll be back.
Hold on. Can we just rewind?
I miss my wife tails. I miss my wife. I'll be back.
Are you my mom? Oh wait, hi Tails.
Are you my mom?
Hey Amy, I'm great. Do you want to come get in my super cool airplane? No, not at all. It looks really gross.
Just the.
Hey, and second thought, I don't want to be here. No, it's too late. You already made up your mind. I'm out of here. Wait, come back. I changed my mind.
Ow. I'm in jail again. I just... Amy?
Hey, I found you. All by myself with no help from any 5-year-olds I kidnapped. What? Sorry. Anyway, wow, check out my legs.
Oh.
Like that.
Oh.
You out if you take my I'll fuck you card.
Excuse me?
This is my V card. I sent it for you.
No, I've told you once too many. Oh, I'm so mad at you. One too many times is enough.
One too many times is not enough.
Hey, you stop it right now. You're trying to trick me with your vixen tricks. I won't take any card. I can get out by myself.
Alright, bye. Have good times in prison. Swipe.
That blue
Hey,
hedgehog again of
that's-
all places.
I found
They're using the actual
I
dialogue.
think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're going around being an asshole. I mean, that fits me, but die.
I'll make you eat those words.
Shadow.
Yes, thank you, Vince.
Oh, that's great.
Who this was. If we ever
I love just the shadow.
establish our names, hi,
No.
I'm Sonic.
Nice to meet you, I'm Shadow. Ow!
Sorry for hitting you so much. It's part of the
Sure, come
narrative.
around.
Wham!
Ouch!
Ow.
I got you, stupid blue fool.
It seems as if we're evenly
Ow.
matched in some kind of way.
We aren't. You just killed me.
Just kidding. I'm better than you. I'm better than everyone.
I'm the ultimate life.
Seem to you bitches have come to a standstill in Tarzan's forest. You have 15 seconds before the island fucking explodes you hot topic wannabe and you blue gumball son of a bitch. You have done nothing but destroy my life. I hope you both die.
Hot topic.
Oh, my secret. Alfred, I hope you know that is actually what happens in the story.
Wait, has he not played this game?
That is that. Like he literally was like.
Seriously?
Yeah, he says this
yeah,
island
see,
will
watch,
explode and...
watch.
Oh my god,
That makes this 10 times better. The fact that he didn't know makes it 10 times better.
So I said, what are you, smoking the reaper I enjoy our talks. Whoop, here I go. I can fly?
I can fly?
Hey everyone, guess what? I know you want to buy my stocks, but fuck you. I'm keeping the stocks. That's right, you ugly little girl. I hate you and your stupid nose. I'm taking everything from you. Give me your soul.
Oh, you are
Taking
great.
over Victoria's Secret. I'm taking over Best Buy. The news is mine, and everyone else can leave. You see that planet? I'm taking it now. It looks like a fucking walnut. Bam! And it pops nuts then and there.
Blam! And it busted a nut! That is there! Oh, that's great. I have no idea.
God, it missed!
Fuck you, Moon, you
Oh. Well, that wasn't very nice.
Yes, astute observation there, random
I
character.
think that's gonna have some kind of effect on
You're
the
not even a side character.
shit, man. That's crazy. Anyway.
I just no. I always didn't.
Amy's voice is really annoying
I love the
already.
moon. I don't know why you felt like you needed to blow it up.
Well, maybe it like said something weird about his mom or something. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, or my tail, or my spikes.
Well, here, take this diamond as a consolation prize.
Okay.
For the fucking moon just blowing up, I guess.
Wait a minute. I have an epiphany.
Wait, let's
Oh.
go. What's an epiphany? So I said, why the long face? You get it? Cause anyway.
Please kill me. I hate this voice.
That's not very funny, Amy. Honestly, you probably should like keep your day job or pick a new career. I don't.
Amy,
think
be
it's
a mime
thing.
so that then you don't talk.
Oh, you mean I should marry?
Amy, be a mime so no one has to hear your voice.
Who has stock in the diamond and ring business? There is.
Hey, what's up? Good looking. Also, hi Amy.
Also, hi!
1907. Don't touch.
What's up, good looking? Also, hi, Amy. Oh, that's great. Oh, that is beautiful. Hold on. Is there anyone in Discord with me? Yeah, there is.
Touch me, harlot.
Don't touch me!
Stop having relationship issues while I'm on the phone with my dentist.
Your dentist? Oh yeah, I forgot that he just, you know,
Mr. President.
runs a wheel over Knuckles' ankle. I hate the humans in this game.
That's my favorite song.
This one specifically.
Also, cancel that dinner appointment. I don't need to get my TV card. I'm taking over the universe. I'm taking over your world. I'm taking your TV.
The humans in this game specifically make Sonic 06 look like just the best game ever.
I'm glitching it. They call me the glitch. Do you know why they call me the motherfucking glitch? I glitch the TVs out. I'm taking the world by storm. I'm gonna drop my newest album, Crackin' Eggs. Crackin' Eggs?
Hi, Mr. President. We need your help. Some masked villain named the Glitch is taking
Sonic,
over the
my
system.
long-lost lover. It's fine.
What? Hey, I told you not to bring that up anymore. I'm putting that behind me.
Oh?
Now stop it and let's focus on business. Tails, what you got?
Sonic, I found this like used copy of Sims 4.
Hold on, let me share the screen with the Discord. Also, that is a great frame to pause on. Okay, share your screen.
What? That's the least Sims game. Take it anyway. Come on, let's go.
Wait for me.
Wait, come back. Honey!
How the fuck did we get to Egypt?
It's a big triangle or something. I don't know. What's on top there?
I don't know, but I'm gonna punch.
Oh, this is gonna kill me. I'm actually gonna die.
That's what I do. Anyway, what are you gonna do, Pink?
Hey, don't be so mean to Amy, okay? She's literally just standing there. You just are very aggressive and you lash out when you get upset and you're confused. I promise everything will be explained.
No.
Alright, I've got my jet. Let's go.
We don't have a jet. I'm gonna go in there first and you guys back me up, okay? Okay?
Nope, I'm going.
You guys hear me? Hey,
I'm just trying to get a feel for this door. I think it's made.
it's made of wood, Tails. There's nothing else to get a feel of. It's wood and paint.
Actually, it's a really low-res JPEG.
What's a JPEG? Speaking which,
Hey, bitches! Didn't expect to see
hey, what's going on, Eggman? Some weird guy named the Glitch.
Sonic, I've had enough. You took my wife. You fucked my crop. I'm
Sonic, you did what?
taking your life. And the Chaos Emeralds.
As you do.
What?
Why is NASA there? I'm so confused.
I gotta get on that plane. Russian space shuttle. Hey, this is like what George Lucas was talking about with like rhymes in cinema, like how the beginning of the one I'm in a plane and now
Can I
I'm in a
just
rocket.
real
at
quick
the
say
end.
that I never got to play this game and everything that's happening is new to me and my mind can't connect.
No,
I'm in
son,
the same
don't
boat.
worry.
It's
I have
so
no
epic,
fucking
right,
clue
Alfred?
what's up.
Did someone drop the emeralds again? What does that mean?
No,
I'm in
son,
the same
don't
boat.
worry.
It's
I have
so
no
epic,
fucking
right,
clue
Alfred?
what's up.
Did someone drop the emeralds again? It wasn't me, I swear.
Hey Sonic, I have a question. Since I'm literally 5, can you please explain to me how you fuck crop?
No! You're 5!
I didn't want to have to explain that to you, Tails. I didn't wanna. You forced my hand.
Please.
Now you're scarred for life, and I'm gonna have to take you to therapy. And it's
Yeah, I think I need some help now.
After you explain how to fuck plants, I think I'm a veggie.
Oh? Oh, really?
I didn't expect that to be exactly how you explained it, but then after you explained it, it made so much sense that that's exactly how that would work. But now I'm wondering, why the fuck would you do that?
Well, it's a personal choice, and I'll thank you not to judge me for it.
Amy, shut up right now. Shut your mouth right now. We are not opening up that can of worms. Okay, Tails, you go find Dr. Glitch.
Okay, I think I found him. He looks like he's somewhere inside. There's a flashing pink thing. I don't really know.
We need to find our way down the thermal coils to the nuclear reactor. Once we
What the-
insert the emerald into the reactor, we'll overload the system.
Okay, but I really just want to hold on to this very shiny object. It's
I really just want to die after hearing that voice for so long.
really pretty.
Shiny!
Ooh, screw off!
Birthday. But I guess if we have to put it inside a nuclear reactor, that's what we have to do. So here, Sonic, you take it and run real
At
fast.
least we found some use for this piss rock. I'm out of here. See you later.
Piss rock!
Man, it's so handy that you can read, Tails.
Man, it's so handy that you can read, Tails.
So wait, I had to put the what in the what now?
You have to put it in the nuclear reactor. Put the piss rock
Huh?
in the nuclear reactor.
What? What did you just say to me? Put the what in the what?
Ah, I see we meet again for the last time.
But this time we're in space. I don't know how the fuck I got here.
I don't know how the fuck I'm breathing, to be honest. Ah!
So, do you want to, like, go get coffee later? Maybe? Me and my one polygon boobs?
They're my favorite polygon.
Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna get a popcorn-esque snack food. We're gonna be here a while. I'm back, boys. Got some wheat thins. Let me real quick check the chat. Got a Discord notification. Gosh dang it. It's just some level request stream in about Geometry Dash. Okay. And then let me check the chat. Ah, yes. Vom. Red. Thank you. Picdegudge Mndiu. Thank you, Picdegudge Mndiu, for saying Vom Red. That speaks to me on such a personal level. Like, it's honestly poetic. It's beautiful. Okay. Am I visible? Yes, I am. Okay.
No! I did it!
I did it.
Knuckles. Knuckles, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, did you not consent to me saving your life?
No, I did.
Well, push you back down. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You're not listening to me. I wanted to say I'm sorry for the way that I've acted. And
Wait!
Whoa, what are you doing back there, dude?
Don't even look at me.
Is he? That is beautiful.
who are you talking to? Never mind. It doesn't matter. I'm super high right now.
Wish that were me. Weed.
Just for you.
Yeah, weed. I love the way you just said weed.
Get the fuck out or I'm gonna shoot Amy in the fucking face. I swear to God. I'll shoot you, bitch. Get out. I will pop.
Don't gamble my life for a piss rock.
Will you pop this piss rock?
Put the piss stone down right now. You know what piss rock does to your
I like what it does to my Eggman. You know what? That's what's gonna give me the strength to get through. Whoa!
Sonic!
I knew you were gonna fart first. I had to put up a fucking
Talk about a low budget. This rock I pray until this day. You would protect me from my sins.
Now, I will control the universe, and everyone will be able to watch Splatoon 2 Let's Play. Now get in the fucking room!
You fucking coward. You won't. I have no reason to live anymore now that Sonic is gone and my piss rock.
I'm going to make sure that you watch my Vine compilations, and I'm gonna make you parachute little rodents.
I will never watch your Vine compilations because they suck. You pick all the bad vines. I'm just gonna hang out in the corner here and watch. Just don't
I mean, that is accurate.
My Funyun rings! Taking them back!
give me those Funyuns.
Onion rings.
No!
They're my Funyuns now.
Tails, listen to me. I know who your mother is.
Oh.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
That is beautiful. My Halo.
Knuckles, here's your bitch back.
Thanks, Jesus.
One bitch press off the pieces. What's up, Knuckles? This rock saves me. Now I'm all dizzy.
I'm too high for this shit. I
Oh
can't.
God, please.
I can't. Are you limber?
No, I'm like a high equivalent. Anyway.
What?
So, what's going on with Eggman? What did he do? Did he make everybody watch the Splatoon Let's Plays or something?
Everybody at home, are you getting this right
This
now?
looks really delicious. I feel like I could eat this.
Sonic, no! Whatever.
Welcome to the Funland.
Oh.
Welcome to Funland, Sonic. 2 tickets to ride on the fuck you train.
Oh, sweet. Is there a cart? Wait. Ferris wheel is what I meant. I almost said cartwheel. This piss rock does crazy things to you. You see, ever seen one like this before?
Oh, you know I have, Sonic. You know I've seen my fair share of piss rock. Now let's
You
start
said that
running.
really sensually.
Yes. A very sensual being, a hopeless romantic, if you will.
What you see is what you get. Just a guy who loves piss rock. Any finish. I'm gonna run now.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna get faster than you.
No, I'm faster than you, actually. I did
No,
the
I'm
math.
faster
I'm
than
pretty
you.
fast.
It's part of my
See, look,
name.
I'm faster.
Sonic.
Ow. Okay.
Sonic
First of all,
Fast Man
this is feels just like Dragon Ball Z.
Bam, 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 bam. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Just like Dragon Ball Z. Did you ever watch that one episode of Dragon Ball Super where... And then I said, hey, give me back my leg!
What kind of list was it? Is it the naughty nice list, you Santa mofo?
No, I said lettuce. Were you even listening at all?
Wait, just ends?
No, the glitch! The glitch!
Wait, that's it?
My Claritin XD!
Should have taken Dayquil. Yeah!
Fun fact. There's Rule 34 of the Snap Cube, like, character here. This one. I totally didn't search for it. Don't ask. Lucius, if you're watching this, can you try to find some more? Yeah, this character right here.
There's a man trying to break into this place. Lock. There's a man trying to break into this place. Lock him in so he'll starve. This is the most logical course of action.
Did you see that hot JPEG footage that was just... Ooh, baby. I'm gonna blow the walls off of this place. Going up!
Wait, no. No! Ah! There's gonna be a lot more Alfred in this one, and I'm very excited about that.
It's been 17 days. I'm still trying to get out of here.
Stop.
Oh my god. If you say please stop one more time, I'm going to piss my own ass. Get out of my way.
Please stop.
The robots are becoming more sentient. They started to know my name. They don't even say.
I feel like half of this is just Alfred going insane in real life.
You know my middle name?
And it just fitting.
I remember everything.
3 years. I've been in here for 3 years.
Please stop. Your mother would be very disappointed.
Get out of my way.
Remember 5th grade, Robotnik.
Level 5. No. Let me out. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Ooh, ASMR.
The luckiest number. Oh, is that a much? Oh, the door open. I can finally leave. Martha, I'm coming home, sweetie. Oh, I can't wait to see her beautiful face. Let me check her Twitter page on my holographics. Forgot my password account.
Oh, I feel you there.
Don't want to log into the NSFW one. EGG. Oh, that didn't work. Shit. Now I have to log in with my diamond. Well, it looks like a diamond. I see how it is. Alright. Unlocking secret account in 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm fucking pissed off it didn't unlock! Oh, it's okay though, because the secret is unlocking. Ooh,
And so, birthed from the critical pillar and from Robotnik's Twitter account, I'm Hot Topic.
Who is this red stripe mohawk? Why you got hot sauce on your head, cuz? What's wrong?
I put hot sauce on everything, from Twinkies to milk. It's what I do. As the ultimate form.
Well, honey, your mascara's on.
I did not need to hear anything about hot sauce on milk and Twinkies while I'm eating. Ugh.
Please, you gotta get the fuck out of here, though, because the building's gonna explode. Red stripes? Jet boots? Oh my god!
Don't worry, I can fly. This won't be brought up ever again.
And that's true. Even in forces. Nope, he can't fly.
I heard that you like the hot sauce. I'm going to blush. It's the matcher.
Well, I'll eat you right up, baby.
I am the red hot sauce. There's
Um.
no one's allowed to eat me. I'm going to have to destroy you immediately. Unless you give me the password.
The password is eat my asshole.
Oh, that's not an actual password.
And my social security is 69.
Nice.
Wow, I'm gonna have to use that to get into your social security account. Shout out the hedgehog, please join me by my side and we shall rule the earth together. Ha ha! You can stand by me, Dr. Eggman, even though my body used to be a regular cake.
Oh no, you're fat. Lol. Correct, you fat scrub man. I'm gonna go fuck your wife now.
Wait, don't tell me that this is where the meme comes from.
What? You are not allowed to fuck my wife. Shadow!
No way.
Shadow! What the fuck?
Alfred, I'm pretty sure you have made history.
You didn't think I had legs, did you? I'm like Gru, except I'm the one before Gru. I'm Egru. Ooh, got him. Now, I belong to my account once more. Let's see if this computer works. E-G-G.
Welcome to Twitter.com.
Nice.
Martha, what have you been tweeting about? What the fuck? Is that Shadow's dick?
No way. No way. I think this is where the meme comes from.
I fucked your wife. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got more ladies to go bed with. Isn't that right, Dr. Ivo?
What in the Sam hell is this?
I fucked your wife. Now, there's some other. Oh!
That's the sound
That
of the
rap.
police.
It reminds me of her.
Son of the police. That's the sound of the police.
Maria!
Son of the police.
Shadow.
That's the sound of the police.
No!
I'm gonna kill you now.
I promise I didn't fart. You don't need to contain it.
Oh, it smells so bad.
That's just you.
It smells like garbage covered in fire.
But Maria, you smelt it. Therefore, you're the one who dealt it. You absolutely thought. I can't believe it. She betrayed me.
Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again. Finally, I have the weed crystal. The weed diamond. The weed.
Hey, give that. That looks really scrumptious.
Hello?
No.
Please? What if I say pretty please with a cherry on top covered in a banana sundae? How about that?
Warudo!
Huh? Zawarudo? More like Zawaru-dum. This guy's a real knucklehead. Unlike my friend Knuckles.
I'm here to show you what Ninten can do, and what Zawar don't!
That doesn't even make any sense.
Huh. His Twitter account. Interesting. Let's see. EGG.
Welcome to Twitter.com.
Well, that was easy.
I'm back in the fucking building again! Oh my
Please stop.
shit.
Ouch.
Oh, no,
Please stop.
wait,
Ouch,
no.
ouch. I've learned so much from his Twitter. I guess there's only one thing to do now.
I told you not to fuck my wife.
And I did anyway. What you gonna do, bitch? As you can see, Twitter went through a bunch of updates. This one is the one that makes me go away from yo bitch ass.
I'm going to kill you. And then kill you again.
Wait, that comes from him too? Wait. That comes from here too? I did not know that.
Anyway, now that I have this emerald, I'm gonna put it right in there.
I'm gonna put it right in there. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. I'm back. You know the deal. I'm gonna check Discord. Of course Luigi Kid does something. Ooh, Needle Mouse Season 2. We're gonna check that out in this stream. And then another dumb thing. And then the YouTube chat. No one's even watching. Ooh.
And yet they still can't figure out how to get Nazis off their site.
You son of a bitch. I'm gonna log into your Twitter and I'm gonna tell everyone what you said.
Go ahead. I have 50 alternate accounts. My finger's right on top of the
impressive number of email addresses, Shadow.
With your long toothpick legs.
You fool! I have 70 alternative accounts!
Wait a minute. How does one get that many email addresses / phone numbers? I get that, like, he makes robots and stuff, he can probably make the phones, but still.
You'll never know my main!
Are you referring to Eggfucker 1, Eggfucker 2,
Hey
Eggfucker...
bitches, what's up? Eggman, I found your weed supplier through your Twitter account. Thanks, man.
I told you I have alternatives!
Anyway, I also saw that this guy over here fucked your wife. That sucks a lot, dude. You must be pretty shaken up about that.
How do you think I feel being cocked by a hedgehog?
Well, it might upset you to know that I also fucked your wife.
And she had a diamond in her vagina?
Good job.
Alright, since Team Fur Affinity fucked my wife, I'm going to have you both part of my team. Why is the camera zooming in?
I mean, I guess
Why
that's
was the
fine,
camera
as long as
zooming
I
in?
get my weed back, I don't really care.
I don't have a character motive.
Listen, we're going to explore this island.
That's
You're
true, he
going to
doesn't have a
find
character
Sonic.
motive.
He has all the weed that you need, the ganja, that Mary Jane, marriage a midge, all in his pockets. He is your local drug dealer, and I'm going to blow up the island. Now go look for Sonic, and hurry up, you fucking cuckhogs.
Ah, summer break.
Nice.
A time for leisure.
A time for it. Oh, what a man!
You dog. Ah, you little boy. Getting me. I love you too, buddy. Alright, there you go. He is the goodest boy.
Hi there, big boy. What are you doing on this little old aircraft?
Oh, Amy, what are you
Oh,
doing
that
here?
was high pitch.
I was goodbye.
Get out of here, you thought-ass bitch! You still owe me $100.
At least there's gonna be
Anyway,
less of
we
Amy's
need to
voice.
go.
Should I jump? Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yes,
jump, bitch.
please
Walk
do.
the plank. Yeah,
I
you
don't want to
harm
hear
me.
your voice.
Mom? Hey, Eggman. Hey, Amy. Are you my mom? No. What the fuck?
Eggman.
Shadow, have you found that goddamn blue marble motherfucking son of a bitch?
I'm gonna change frequency to your wife.
It smells so bad.
Rouge, what if you had, like, human hair? Would that be weird?
Probably.
Alright, cool, bye.
So you've been looking for me, huh?
Yes, I've been looking to stick my quills right into you because I got situations.
Excuse me?
Please rephrase. Please
No.
rephrase.
Right
I'm
in there.
Ow.
Directly
Killed
in.
me.
There was penetration, Sonic.
There's penetration.
25 seconds to get the fuck off of this goddamn rock before I blow it up like Krakatoa blows up a fucking volcano. It's about to be Mount Fiji in this bitch.
Blows up.
You weren't supposed to hear that. Pretend he said nose up.
There goes Hawaii, there goes Hawaii, oh there goes Hawaii, the island is gone. There goes Hawaii.
Okay, I'm actually getting bored of this. So let's... This video is about something from FNAF Security Breach.
So you sprint a bit, but you're not that long, so... What happened? I saw a mission pop up that said Plan A.
Okay, hold on. Real quick. Hold on. That's not terrifying at all. Don't. Don't. Oh. I have to reach him. No. What? I need to reach him. Whatever it takes. Ah. Who? You have to hear us. You can't keep doing this. I won't let you, I won't let you, I won't let you, I won't let you, I won't let you. You're not getting to him. This is interesting. Even after making you aware. You still defy me. You're in a world you cannot understand. But you are not on my radar anymore, Luther. He is. Oh. Try to keep this interesting for me? Don't. Don't jump scare me. Art right. Wait, so he's related to Luther directly. This is a beta loading screen. Another sprite. Ooh. Got some screenshots too. Don't know why sprite is good. Tomorrow will show more. Oh, dear Lord, that is terrifying. What? Don't. Wait, what? Wait. Hold on. Oh, that. I don't like that. I don't think so, Luther. I don't think so, Tim. That's my jam. Okay. Let's get Sonic Generations since it came first. Just gonna check this. And then this. Yeah. And then oh, guy with the railgun is watching. Okay.
Wow, does that place look familiar to you at all? Yeah, Sonic, as previously established, we're traveling through famous Wow, does that place look familiar to you at all? Yeah, Sonic, as previously established, we're traveling through famous locations from our past with the aid of our younger selves in an effort to unravel an incredibly obvious mystery. Sounds good to me. Everyone cool if we leave it at that and say nothing of importance for the next 5 hours? This game's plot is basically the same thing as Sonic Force's level design. They just walk in a straight line until it ends. Literally. That's all they do. They hardly talk about the locations they restore. In fact, they only talk from one of these locations once. Then their friends get a passing glance at some cute dialogue exchanges, and then they all put their voices on repeat and go hang out in the Sega break room while Sonic and Sonic take care of business. The story doesn't really change my opinion of the game as a whole. It's still the best 3D Sonic game we've had in the past 9 years. But wouldn't it be a huge bonus if the plot was good too? Like, it wouldn't even have to change that much for it to become leagues better. Though I guess what I have prepared for you today might be pretty different from what we usually have. Though there isn't much usually there, so technically anything is a huge change. But no more exposition, let's do this. Also, if you like this, feel free to check out Motobug Episode 1. It's basically a story series like this, except it's animated. That's pretty cool. Much like in the original game, the story begins with Sonic's friends gathered to celebrate his birthday. The group is just able to pull everything together in time as Sonic bursts onto the scene, causing a gust of wind that knocks over some plastic cups and sends some balloons floating off into the sky. The gang jumps back to reveal Sonic's birthday cake, and he is really surprised that he never caught wind of their plan. The gang unanimously agrees that it was really simple because he doesn't have that good of an attention span, which allowed them to plan practically right in front of him without noticing. Sonic denies this sheepishly as the others walk away from the cake to mingle with each other as the festivities begin. The camera then pulls back from the scene a bit, and it's revealed that someone has been watching this take place on a monitor. That person, of course, being Dr. Eggman. The doc slams his fist down on his desk and spins around in his chair, holding his head up with one hand. Orbot and Cubot approach from the shadows of the lab, hesitant to interact with their boss while he's in one of his moods. Dr. Eggman, however, doesn't give them a chance to speak as he stands up and strides over to a large containment field that's housing a mass of purple and black smoke.
Boss, you wouldn't happen to be sulking because they're all celebrating Sonic's birthday, not yours, would you?
Eggman whirls around, suddenly huffing and puffing after hearing his lackey say what was very obviously bothering him. As if I care that blue nuisance and his irritating friends are having a party without me. My birthday is of no concern to anyone but myself and Mama Robotnik. Yeah, I still haven't seen a card from her in the mail either. That's clearly the fault of the mail system and not her. Eggman begins punching in some commands to the keypad at the base of the containment field.
If you went over there in peace, I'm sure they'd let you hang around. It's not like you and Sonic haven't played nice before.
I don't want to celebrate that brat's birthday with him. In fact, if what I'm working on right now yields the results I'm expecting, he won't be celebrating a birthday ever again, whether it be his or mine. Eggman laughs to himself and continues clacking away on the keypad as Orbot and Cubot shrug off the doctor's hysteria and float off. Quick note on one thing before we go any further, this whole birthday thing. In the context of this story, Sonic and Eggman share a birthday because of the release of Sonic 1, but that doesn't mean they're the same age. They were born years apart, obviously, but I just wanted to keep their shared birthday in some capacity because of what I have planned for the story. After Eggman finishes typing a veritable thesis of code news machine, he plants his hand softly on the glass and observes the contents. The purple smoke gathers at the top of the chamber as the destroyed body of a Motobug clangs onto the floor from a panel on both sides.
Oh! Motobug.exe confirmed. That is definitely just .exe.
Alright guys, so we've been
Hold on.
Sonic Rush
Playlist. Infinite series. Games rewritten, story rewrites. Okay, so there's all of these. We're probably going to watch all of those.
After some hesitation, the purple smoke lowers itself to the level of the broken machine, and then it surrounds it. Minutes pass before the smoke changes hue slightly and then lifts itself up, revealing a functioning Motobug. Eyes cloudy and purple instead of the usual white. Eggman's own eyes light up in excitement as he calls the small bot out of the chamber, carefully making sure not to release the smoke contained inside. As Eggman looks over the Motobug, he locates the plate he was searching for. A flashback of him carving his name crudely into the side of the badnik plays, and then as it dissipates, the scene rests on the same panel from before, except the name is no longer carved into it. Oh, I've done it! Using that primordial energy I found while drifting through space. I've actually managed to harness the power of time manipulation. He turns back to the monitor showing Sonic's birthday party progressing as normal. Amy attempts to hug Sonic, but he holds her off as he enjoys a conversation with Knuckles. Eggman makes his way back to his chair and spins around to face the screen once more, neglecting the newly reformed Motobug. The purple smoke presses itself against the glass, and the Motobug stands at attention. It quietly rolls towards the console Eggman was messing with just moments before, and raises its scythe-like arms and crashes them down, piercing the machine. Sirens blare and Eggman's lab is bathed in an eerie red glow. He nearly chokes on the drink he poured for himself in celebration and turns around just in time to see the smoke pouring out of the containment field. Eggman rushes to it to try and fix it, but can't since the console's been destroyed. The smoke envelops the Motobug and several other contraptions around Eggman's base before swirling around and reforming as what we all recognize as the Time Eater, except in its more mechanical form as seen at the end of the original game. The camera turns to focus on Eggman's face. The entire room is engulfed in a white light as he screams, but that too is slowly muffled as it fades out. What follows is pretty much the exact same scene from the original game, where Time Eater appears and kidnaps all of Sonic's friends, and then it ends with Sonic getting knocked unconscious. When the scene fades back in from the whiteness, Dr. Eggman is lying face down in the grass in a very familiar location. He lifts himself up and looks around, unsure of why he's suddenly taking a cat nap somewhere other than his sofa. After looking around and not seeing Orbot or Cubot anywhere, he worriedly walks down the path until he comes across a sight for sore eyes. How lucky is that? It's his Eggmobile! The doctor happily examines it without further questions, jumps inside, and it roars to life. Now feeling more confident, he zooms off to parts unknown. As he vanishes over the horizon, a familiar jump sound is heard, and a pair of shoes land directly in front of the camera as the figure peers in the direction the doctor fled. This is where Green Hill Zone Act 1 begins. You'll play through the level as normal until it ends. Classic Sonic runs by the Robotnik gold pole just in time to see the doctor's hovercraft coming to a halt in a clearing by some floating platforms. I'm sure you can see where this is going. Classic Sonic moves into the air and strikes the side of the Eggmobile. It shakes violently, letting out that classic damage noise as well, and almost throwing Eggman out of it. He turns around angrily and stares down at the hedgehog below. Of course you'd be here too. Well, unluckily for you, I'm always prepared, even if I don't remember doing the preparing. He presses a button and the wrecking ball falls from the Eggmobile into the ground. Ah, an oldie but a goodie. Boss battle number 1, Egg Wrecking Ball. Don't expect it to be very different or difficult. It's purely a throwback boss. Hooray. Eggman's wrecking ball is destroyed, as is his Eggmobile. Crawls away from the flaming wreckage, coughing and cursing Sonic's name. Curse you, Sonic. If I'd had more time to perfect my latest scheme, this little game of ours would be over. My countless defeats would mean nothing, because you'd be nothing. He angrily pulls on his mustache, stamping his foot into the dirt. Classic Sonic looks up at him with a confused expression and tilts his head. Eggman stops throwing his temper tantrum and looks down at his nemesis. Weren't you a little bit taller and bluer and louder? Something's wrong. You haven't even insulted my mustache yet. Classic Sonic pantomimes plucking at a mustache on his own face and smiles. Significant lack of bald comments as well. Classic Sonic shrugs. Eggman looks further off into the distance. He turns his attention to his wrecked Eggmobile, and then to the smaller, mute Sonic before him, flashing back to his last moments at the lab. His mustache droops as the realization hits. There is a small chance that I might have brought upon the destruction of this universe. Elsewhere, modern Sonic wakes up, and we're just gonna call him Sonic from now on, and he tries to recall what just happened, but he's having a little bit of trouble remembering the exact order of events. He mostly just knows that something is wrong. Around him is the familiar landscape of Green Hill Zone, but his friends are all gone, so he stands up and runs off. Green Hill Zone Act 2, hooray. The next scene starts on some bushes that are rustling. Robotnik's head pops out after a few seconds. He's looking grumpy. I must be getting old. White flashes on my vision, gaps in my memory, misplacing things. A flash of blue suddenly knocks him backwards into the bushes. Only his legs can be seen flailing around. As he vocalizes his anger, Sonic pops back into view, realizing he blindsided someone. It takes practically all his strength to dislodge the angry stranger from his foliage prison, but Robotnik drops out of the bushes and bounces to the ground in front of Sonic. Robotnik winces in irritation as a gloved hand reaches down to help him up. Hey, sorry about that. Sometimes it's hard to see where I'm going. Robotnik swats his hand away and gets to his feet. He stares the creature before him in the eyes, whatever, and gives Sonic a chance to do the same. They both leap back in surprise. Sonic gets ready to rumble. I knew this had something to do with you. You can't even let me be on my birthday, can you, Chrome Dome? Chrome Dome? How dare you make light of the great genius, Dr. Robotnik? Oh boy, you digging that one up again? It doesn't matter. Whatever you call yourself, you're still gonna release my friends, and you're still gonna lose, like always. Robotnik steps back, hesitating. What, you're not gonna call me a rat? Where's that evil laugh that turns into a cough? You're saying a lot of things very quickly. I need time to process. Sonic looks Robotnik over for a moment. Weren't you a little bit taller? Oh, save it, rodent. We've got bigger things to worry about. Sonic and Robotnik's eyes go wide, and they turn around to see Dr. Eggman and Classic Sonic strolling towards them. Sonic frantically looks from Robotnik to Eggman to Classic Sonic before staring blankly at the ground. As much as I love seeing that brainless look on your face, let me offer a quick explanation. You might have noticed that these two bear a striking resemblance to us. Robotnik can be seen in the background gawking at his future self. Classic Sonic walks into the picture and squints at his foe. The two remain locked in a staring contest of sorts as Eggman continues. That's because they are us. Specifically us, from a much earlier point in our history. What? That's impossible. Why would they be here? And more importantly, why should I believe anything you say? Oh, you're right. I just wanted an excuse to come and talk to you a little bit. What, do you not enjoy our little chats as much as I do? Hedgehog, if this was literally any other time, you'd be mincemeat right now. You can't mince what you can't catch, Baldy McNosehair. God, I hate saying that, but it's in character. Eggman gestured.
Baldy McNose. I love how he just goes, God, I hate saying that, but it's in character. That is beautiful.
Just a classic Sonic. God, I'm miss
No,
the
you
days where you
TBH.
kept that mouth of yours shut. Alright, fine. Let's say I believe you. Why did this happen? I might have accidentally messed with forces that I thought I could control, but were slightly out of my pay grade. Namely, time manipulation. Ah, so the brilliant doctor can admit his mistake. That's a new one. You are not listening. This situation is so much bigger than you or me, or them. He waves his hand at their past selves. I was programming this power to rewind specific things, but since it freed itself, I fear that it's messing with time on a much grander scale. So on a scale from Wrecking Ball to Dark Gaia, how does this measure up? I don't believe I can quantify just how bad this is on such a crude scale. Alright, well, why don't we just round up the Chaos Emeralds real quick, and then we can call it a day, like always. Seeing as how we were dropped here, the Chaos Emeralds could be anywhere, and any when. Our chances of finding all 7 emeralds in this time period are slim to none. If I may butt in, the two longtime adversaries look to the shorter scientist. You two say you come from the future, yes? Then why not employ the same method used to get here to travel to other times in order to locate the emeralds? It's not that simple. We were dragged here against our wills by that time eater. Well, could it be possible that since it is an unstable entity that it may leave traces of its power wherever it travels? Perhaps the residual energy from this time eater could be exploited to give chase. Could that work? Yes, I think it could. I can't believe I didn't consider that. Well, I guess I did, technically. Then it's settled. I'll take me, and we'll go look around for this time eater residue. Meanwhile, you two eggheads get cracking on a way to use it. Sonic gives his classic self a fist bump before he walks up to the Eggman. If this really is as serious as you're making it out to be, I'll trust you to help fix it. But if you pull anything, I'll be right here to stop it. Eggman looks down at the hand before squatting down slightly to meet him at eye level. Makes me sick having to do this, but I have no choice. I'm not crazy enough to throw away an entire universe over a petty rivalry. The scene ends focused on the two adversaries shaking hands as Robotnik and Classic Sonic watch from the sidelines. In the next scene, Sonic and Classic are running through Green Hill Zone together. Sonic slides under a log, obstructing his path. Classic follows that up by rolling beneath a rock pile and popping out on the other side. Sonic leaps into the air and homing attacks a chain of buzz bombers and poses in midair before flashing a quick smile at his younger self upon landing on the other side of the pit. Classic follows suit by simply bouncing on a single badnik, uncurling for a moment to shrug smugly in the air, recurling and then landing beside his future self, giving him a thumbs up and a wink. You're me, alright. Looking at you almost feels like I'm looking in a mirror. Classic puts his hand over his head as if to measure his height, and then stands on his toes and raises his hand higher, almost to Sonic's height. Yeah, you're right. Maybe more like a funhouse mirror. An earthquake catches both of them off guard. Sonic loses his footing and almost plummets into the pit beside them, but Classic grabs his hand and stabilizes him. The two hedgehogs see a cloud of purple smoke emerge from a nearby totem pole, and it surrounds the two of them, swirling like a vortex. Sonic nods to his past self in appreciation and smiles. Follow my lead, okay? Sonic begins running in the opposite direction of the swirling purple energy. If that's how you want to play, you should at least know who you're dealing with. Classic joins his future self in his efforts to combat the vortex. We're Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. The two accelerate and the tornado disappears. The Sonic's fist bump as the time meter slowly begins to reform, but instead of taking on its original form, it shrinks into nothingness, leaving behind what looks like a small red metal plate that begins radiating a ghastly purple energy. Ha! That wasn't too much trouble. Heck, I'm not even winded. Sonic walks forwards towards the artifact. And it looks like we got what we came for. What do you say we head back to our friends back there and see how they're doing? If they weren't already scrambling to fix all this, they sure will be when we get back with this thing in record time. Classic covers his mouth and silently laughs at Sonic's joke. Sonic picks up the plate and the two head back off towards the doctors. The Sonics arrive back where they left the doctors, and conveniently, they are just about done constructing some sort of handheld device using spare parts from the trashed Eggmobile from before. Welcome back, rats. Took you longer than I expected to do your half of the work. That's big talk for someone holding a glorified Nerf gun. Does that thing even work? Ah, yes, of course. It works very well without the...
And that's where it goes downhill here, because copyright.
Thing we need to power it. Slightly embarrassed, Sonic rolls his eyes and tosses Eggman the mysterious plate from before. Your brilliant creation tried to pull a fast one on us, but fortunately, we excel at fast. It ended up dropping that when it ran away. Robotnik looks over the plate excitedly. Ooh, this looks like it'll do the trick. I was worried you two would find some way to screw this up, but you've surpassed my expectations. Nice work. Sonic doesn't look like he's willing to take a compliment from Robotnik, but he gives him a hesitant thumbs up regardless while scratching his head. Classic mimics him exactly except without the hesitancy. Don't compliment those boost-happy boneheads. We're working with them, but we don't and should not like it. You seem really jaded, Doctor. If you let your anger cloud your mind, it'll be much harder to accomplish our goals. Eggman grits his teeth in his fist, but loosens up in size. He takes the device from his younger self's hands, and after securing the plate within the chamber above the barrel, he points it at the pathway behind the Sonics and fires it. The special ring sound effect echoes through Green Hill Zone as a large ring appears. Within its center, a hazy image of Chemical Plant can be seen. It's always rings with you, isn't it? Me? Are you saying that you're not the one dropping those things all over the place? Why would I actively aid in your survival like that? Do you remember seeing any rings when you fought my Death Egg robot for the first time? Hold on, my entire worldview is collapsing right now. Are you saying those things are a natural phenomenon? The hedgehog and the scientist share a moment of confusion over this, but they both shrug it off and head towards the portal. Robotnik and Classic follow their lead, and soon the party of four vanishes into the portal they created. The scene lingers on Green Hill Zone for a moment afterwards as the color slowly begins to fade away.
Oh.
Water stops rushing, the clouds stop moving, even the badniks become frozen in place. And finally, the gate the quartet escaped with is sapped of all its energy and ceases rotation. Green Hill Zone is now devoid of life and color, with our heroes none the wiser. Raise your hand if you like cliffhangers. I'm sorry, I don't, but this wasn't supposed to be a new, ongoing series, but Sonic and Eggman have played nice before, but do you think they'll be able to hold it together long enough to save the world?
Yeah, they've done it multiple times.
Hey guys, this is the second part of an
Sonic
ongoing
Adventure.
series. If you haven't...
Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Lost World, God forbid that game. I think that's it.
Seen the first part, please make sure to refer to this playlist for that part and other stories like it. And while you're here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with more stories like this in the future. Where we last left our heroes, Sonic, Classic, Eggman, and Robotnik, met up in Green Hill Zone after the Time Eater abducted the entire cast. Fearing for the survival of the universe, Eggman and his younger self form a truce with the hedgehogs, and now we return to the adventure as the world's last four saviors appear in Chemical Plant Zone via Warp Ring. Geez, is that chemicals or your breath? Sonic says, holding his nose. That gets funnier every time I hear it, truly. Eggman turns to his younger self. If you're smart, and I know you are, you'll invest in earplugs. Noted. When exactly does he start with the endless one-liners? Sometime around 1998. Classic Sonic narrows his eyes at Robotnik and rubs his hands together with a sinister smile on his face. Robotnik uneasily walks up on ahead to catch up with his future self. So, do we have any way of tracking down the emeralds, or are we just going in blind like the good old days? I'm sure we could sweep this entire place in a jiffy. The only thing we know is that there's one here, and I would love nothing more than to be rid of you two for the time being. Get on with your search and we'll take our own route through, assuming I can recall the password to access the back rooms of this place. The back rooms? I guess those hours I spent imagining you trying to run through the loops in this place were for nothing then, huh? I'm so sorry to ruin your illusion. Now if you don't mind, we have somewhere to be, and I believe you do as well. Without another word, the two doctors head off the path towards a metal walkway. The two Sonics then speed off in the opposite direction, one on each of the two intertwining paths laid out before them. Here comes Chemical Plant Act 1. After Act 1 is over, Sonic and Classic come to a stop by a lake of pink goop. Sonic is looking out over it, and he can't seem to see the other side, but there's no other way to go. Looks like it's time to kick things up a notch. You ready to roll? Classic gives a thumbs up and curls into a spin dash. Sonic readies himself, and then on the count of 3, he blasts off, boosting across the pond. He's running so fast that he might as well still be stomping across the metal pathways they left behind. After a few moments, he looks over his shoulder just in time to see Classic Sonic sinking into the goop, still in his spinball. Looks like he didn't have enough speed with just a spin dash to cross the entire pond. That momentum sure is a killer, ain't it? Whoa, hold on! Sonic jumps in the air and air dashes in the opposite direction. Once he reaches Classic, now fully submerged, he begins to run in circles around his past self. Classic is staring up at him with wide eyes, unsure of what to do. The platform they came from was too far for him to reach at his reduced speed, and the opposite side was still too far off, they still couldn't see it. Come on, what do I do? He's got 5 seconds down there left max. I can practically see the countdown. Sonic slaps his own face a little bit to psych himself up. If I go down there, we could both get stuck. But if I don't do anything, he's a goner. Sonic clenches his fists and leaps into the air and dashes downwards into the goop. Holding his breath, he grabs his younger self and hoists him up onto his back. He yells with every bit of air left in his lungs to hold on, and hardly a moment passes before he takes off at top speed. As he goes faster and faster, he can feel himself slowly rising to the surface, and not a moment too soon, as his lungs are practically screaming out for a breath of fresh air. The 2 hedgehogs break the surface, and Sonic, with his eyes still closed, goes even faster to cover the distance to the other side as fast as possible. When they finally reach the opposite shore, Sonic stops on a dime and whirls around to help Classic. The young hedgehog is breathing really heavily and rubbing his eyes, because I'm sure the chemicals probably don't feel very good. Phew! I'm glad you're alright, buddy. I wasn't thinking. I might have been through all this before, but you've never even set foot in this place, have you? Classic shakes his head and puts on a smile. Sonic can tell he's a bit upset, but he's trying not to show it. He knows that mannerism well. I'll tell you what. Let's head down the hall a little bit, and you can take a break. I'll do a quick sweep of the rest of this place and be back in a flash. Classic looks back at the pink goop and then to Sonic, and he nods. The 2 Sonics run into the distance, and Act 2 begins. Back with Eggman and Robotnik, the 2 scientists have set up shop somewhere along the main pathways and are tinkering with a disabled Eggmobile they found behind the scenes. This should help us keep up with the vermin as long as we can get it working before they turn the entire plant upside down. Even if we can't keep up with them, it would be good at least to aid in the search for the emeralds. He keeps tinkering for a moment. And would you mind explaining this Eggman thing? Is it not insulting to refer to yourself as such? When you get older, you'll understand that you've always been Eggman. You just didn't realize it. I'm not following.
Trans Egder confirmed. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm allowed to make that joke. Technically.
That I turn into an overwhelmingly antagonistic person who's rude just for the sake of being rude. You and I are villains. We're not supposed to be nice. I am no such thing. I am on a mission to accomplish my dream of opening a magnificent theme park. I've just had a few setbacks in recent months. Ha! Dreams. The only thing I dream of is a world without that hedgehog. A world covered entirely in metal, populated with only those who will follow me without a second thought. I see. He continues working on the contraption. Tell me, how long has it been since you discarded your aspirations in favor of things that don't matter? This time it's Eggman who ceases working. He slams his tools down and storms off, not bothering to answer the younger doctor's question. Eggman trudges through the fume-infested walkways of Chemical Plant, thinking over the spat he was just in. If Sonic wasn't around, what would he even be doing? Did he even care about Eggman Land at this point, or was it all just so he could win? That thought hits him like a gigantic gun truck. He did all of this and possibly doomed the entire universe over a grudge he couldn't let go. But it had to be more than that, right? He can't dismiss his conquest as a menial activity kept going by a man with nothing better to do. Eggman is so deep in thought that he almost collides with an outstretched hand. He jumps back in surprise, but the figure makes no attempt on his life like he was expecting. He looks up and sees the familiar face of Tails the Fox, locked into an expression of fear, shielding himself from an unseen threat. By his feet are his 2 bumbling henchmen, Orbot and Cubot, also seemingly trying to protect themselves from something. The doctor examines the seemingly lifeless life forms and is astonished that he can't understand what happened to them. As he's brushing some dust off of Cubot's head, a maniacal grin spreads across his face. The doctor pats Cubot before standing up straight. I'm here to save the world. But that doesn't mean I need to save you, he says, glaring at the fox. And you two? Well, I can always build replacements. He sneers at the trio before heading back the way he came, clearly feeling very proud of himself. The Sonics return to find Robotnik finishing up his work on the Eggmobile. As it takes to the sky, Classic Sonic visibly recoils. Calm down, buddy. Everything will be okay. Classic lets out a long breath and nods. Robotnik rolls his eyes, but not in annoyance. Something about the gesture feels slightly whimsical. It's good to see that you two get along. I can't help but butt heads with that egotistical egghead. He looks around to make sure he wasn't heard by his older self. Dude, I don't even see how you guys are the same person. Neither do I. Our ideals are totally different. If that little rodent took off and I never saw him again, I'd probably stop thinking about it days later. I get the feeling that Eggman would chase you to the ends of the earth. I believe that. Where is the old man anyway? He got frustrated and went for a walk. My, talking about someone behind their back, are we? The gossip group turns to face Dr. Eggman. None of them seem particularly happy to see him. Did you good-for-nothings locate the emerald, or were you just stopping by to brighten my day? We looked all over the place. No emerald. That's not possible. We definitely detected a higher concentration of chaos energy here. That's why the portal dropped us where it did. I reiterate, we didn't find anything. Maybe your calculations were off. Oh, that's rich. My calculations are never wrong, and now there's 2 of me. There's a 0 to the second power chance that we're wrong. That's still 0. The ground begins to shake and the eggmobile lights up like a Christmas tree. What's going on? I can't be positive, but this feels pretty familiar. The time meter rips through the ceiling of the chemical plant, causing debris to fall to the floor.
Okay.
Attempts to zip over to Eggman to let him jump into the eggmobile, but the collapsing ceiling gets to him first. After a moment, a flash of blue deposits Eggman in the second seat of the eggmobile. Saved by your worst enemy, huh? I bet you'll be thinking about that for a while. Don't even start with me right now. You guys gotta get out of here and let us do our thing. Yeah, just take care of it so we can get out of here. The doctors fly off to safety just as a huge shadow eclipses the Sonics. They dart out of the way as a massive Motobug tank crashes down from above. This is your boss fight for a chemical plant zone, and I know what you're about to say. Oh, you just picked this because you're obsessed with the Motobug, and you're partially right, but it's also a reference to Sonic Chaos. I'm trying to add smaller boss fights to every level, that way it's sort of like classic Sonic games, 2 acts and then a boss fight. And I really didn't have any better ideas for this one in particular, and I figured referencing some stuff from games that weren't represented originally would be fun. The big bad bug is beaten, and once it explodes, a purple aura emanates from it. While the Sonics were fighting, they coincidentally managed to travel close to where the Tails, Orbot, and Cube
Okay, but why is he showing footage from Sonic Forces?
bot statues were, and once the purple energy reaches them, their color slowly fades back in and they fall to the ground. Sonic and Classic help Tails get to his feet, and Eggman jumps down to assist Orbot and Cubot, walking very quickly by his adversaries, not looking any of them in the eyes. Oh, it's so good to see you two. I don't know what I'd do if I lost either of you. I think we know what you do. You just build replacements, right? Eggman's mustache droops and he begins sweating.
Even though I expected that would be the case, it didn't feel good to have it said directly to our faces.
Yeah, I might need some time off to process my emotions. Time off, of course. So you heard all of that then. I was just going to leave us behind? Yeah, we know. You what? Sonic inches closer to Eggman. I saved your life not 5 minutes ago without even thinking about it, and you mean to tell me that you were just gonna let my best friend and these 2 rot here? I assure you I had no idea about this little plan of his. You better watch your mouth. It'll be your plan pretty soon. Unlikely, as it clearly doesn't seem to be going well for you. You're gonna have to catch me up on what's going on later. I suspect there's no time to waste since Eggman said something about saving the world. The fox reaches behind his back and produces a Chaos Emerald. The quartet gawks at the gem as Tails continues his monologue. We found this beauty while wandering through the chemical plant when we woke up. After we found it, there was this huge crash. Cubot screamed something, a language that might have been Russian.
That might have been Russian. Hold on. Sorry about that, the smoke alarms went off. Oh, that scared the hell out of me.
There was this huge crash. Cubot screamed something in a language that might have been Russian. I code switch when I'm scared. And then the next thing I remember is Dr. Eggman looking us over and talking about how he was going to abandon us. Sonic stares daggers at the doctor. Eggman is turned away from the group at this point. Oh, would you look at that? It's almost like pretending you didn't see these guys would have doomed the entire universe. What's that? 2 times now you've almost ruined everything? Every pair of eyes, digital or otherwise, are now trained on the Doctor, who still hasn't said anything. Without a word, he primes the portal gun, fires, and a ring leading to Sky Sanctuary appears. He tosses the gun up to Robotnik, who scrambles to catch it, and he walks through.
Are we even allowed to be mad at him? Won't he just disassemble us if we speak out of line?
If you stick with us, we'll make sure that doesn't happen. Even if we're not on the same side, we still understand how you feel. Orbot and Cubot look at each other. Cubot tilts his head and scratches his chin. The group led by Sonic enter the portal and disappear in a flash. Just as before, though, the world they leave behind slowly loses its color and ceases all movement.
What does that have to do with a Sonic Forces level, though?
And that's the end of this chapter. Even Robotnik is disappointed in Eggman. I know they say we're our own worst critics, but this is taking it to a whole new level.
Hey!
Well, if you like this video and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord. After a small hiatus, we are finally back. But
Wait, face reveal?
exactly as you expect them to. Hello everybody, I'm Garrula64, and welcome back to Sonic Generations Rewritten. This is the third part of a series where I take the Sonic Generations plot and I kind of turn it from something really basic to something that I would have liked to see. It's kind of like some things they've done in the past, and if you want to catch up on the other parts of this, and other things like this, you can check out the card up one of those directions. My camera is mirrored, or maybe it's not mirrored, I'm not really sure. But in the last part, Dr.
Fair
Eggman
enough.
found Tails as a statue in Chemical Plant Zone, kind of like you do in Generations, and he was like, well, I'm not going to tell anyone about that, because that's one less person I have to deal with. And then they found out about that, and they're all really mad about it, because, like, he was going to leave Tails, and even Orbot and Cubot, to just rot. And that's just, like, it's kind of petty, and he also almost lost a Chaos Emerald, so everyone's mad, even his younger self. And I mean, I know we're all our own worst critics, but
You just said that in the last video.
But anyway, the gang is now on their way to Sky's Sanctuary Zone, and I wonder if they'll make it there okay. I mean, I'm just joking, I don't need to wonder because I know what happens. I just need to say that for, like, suspense. I need to build the suspense, you get me? But, I'm sure
They're probably gonna make it there okay anyway.
Dr. Eggman trips out of the warp ring and gets up off the ground, brushing the dust off his coat. He takes a few steps forward and marvels at the floating sanctuary before him. It's just as breathtaking as the first time he laid eyes on it, and it's not due to how high above the world's surface it was. For the hedgehog, looking back on all this must feel bittersweet. There was so much at stake, but he always managed to succeed. For me, it's like looking at a portfolio of my worst moments, that I'm adding more to that collection even now. The Doctor sits down and looks up at the floating structures and clouds above him, stewing on what happened moments ago with his companions. He looks behind him at the warp ring. They sure are drawing this out. I would have thought they'd been here by now. Meanwhile, Sonic, Classic, Tails, Robotnik, Orbot, and Cubot are traveling through the space between space using the warp ring for
Oh!
No one's saying anything, since they're all still rattled because of Eggman's previous actions.
Make sure Sonic.exe doesn't get you, Amy. Oh wait, Amy's not here.
Despicable in the future? Sure, at this moment he wasn't exactly the picture of benevolence, thanks to his stuffing animals into robots for a free labor idea. But what'll be the thing that drives him to such lengths? 2 losses? 3? He looks back at Classic, who is absent-mindedly looking around at the fantastical landscape of the world between the warp rings. He makes a swimming motion and inches closer to a gigantic green bird statue before getting Sonic's attention and posing beside it. This lightens up the mood a little bit, and Sonic chuckles, nudges Tails, who looks over and just basically placates the Sonic with a quick chuckle. Robotnik raises a brow. If you can swim through anti-gravity, why didn't you try swimming in the labyrinth zone? Classic looks in his direction and shrugs. Robotnik facepalms, but catches himself with a slight smile on his face while doing so. He quickly scowls before anyone can notice, but he feels someone nudging his leg. He looks down to see Orbot staring up at him, his emotionless eyes somehow looking amused. I won't tell a soul, boss. Orbot floats back over to Cubot, and the former continues to console his acquaintance over their real boss's betrayal. Robotnik looks up, a strange noise breaking him out of his musings. Did anyone hear that? Hear what? It sounded almost like some kind of metal contraption? I can't really describe it. I've been sobbing uncontrollably. Maybe it was that.
Oh, that's... This guy's interpretation of Cubot is my spirit animal.
I've blocked that out at this point. Alright, I heard it that time. Metal Sonic crashes into the scene.
Oh!
Robotnik hardly has time to react before Metal grabs him and darts out of the warp corridor they've been following and vanishes into a warp ring some ways away. Orbot and Cubot stop their heads from literally spinning and look to the others for clarity. That robot just doesn't know when to quit. Well, we'll show him, won't we? He looks at the last place he saw Classic Sonic, but he's not there. Sonic scans the area just in time to see Classic entering the same warp ring that Metal had fled to with Robotnik, the ring closing behind him. Silly, silly boy. He's you alright, throwing caution to the wind and then running even faster than that wind. Tails, I know I've got a lot of issues I need to work out for myself, but now's really not the time for an I told you so, especially over something I didn't even do. Well, technically, I don't want to hear it! Sonic, Tails, Orbot, and Cubot drift slowly towards the Sky Sanctuary warp ring and enter it, and it closes behind them. The group emerges from the warp ring a few feet from Eggman, who had been pacing back and forth in anticipation of their arrival. What on earth were you doing in there? I thought you were the fastest thing alive, but apparently that only applies when you're trying to stop me. Kinda surprised to see you hanging around waiting for us. Did you get bored of putting cats in trees without us around? Eggman grumbles and looks over the group. I'm noticing a lack of prepubescent blue pests and evil scientists in denial. Where did they get off to? Well, indirectly that's your fault. Our old pal Metal Sonic showed up and took off with Robotnik. And then the younger me took off after them. They ended up somewhere else. And the next thing you're going to say is that it's my fault that my younger self was still holding the portal device. Well, I don't want to point any fingers, but...
He says while pointing a...
holding the portal
Wait.
device. Well, I don't want to point any fingers.
He says while pointing a finger.
But Eggman glares at Orbot as he retreats into his ball form to hide from his gaze. Eggman picks up the small red ball and holds him at eye level. If you all are looking for me to apologize for what I've done, you've got a better chance of the fox growing a third tail. Sonic steps forward and puts his hand on Orbot, pushing him out of Eggman's face so he can look his enemy in the eye. This isn't just about you. You yourself told me that if we don't do something, our entire reality will collapse. You caused this. You messed up. But all of us are trying our best to fix this. If you don't get over yourself, we can do it without you. And you can sit here alone and brood over another one of your failures like you always do. He takes Orbot out of Eggman's hand and places him gently on the ground.
Ouch!
He rolls away quickly and pops back in, shaking slightly. Or, you could swallow all that hatred and do something good for once in your life.
Ooh, Sonic throwing shade!
You've hurt us so much in the past and we're still willing to give you a chance to help. Why won't you give yourself that chance? Eggman silently stares back at his nemesis. He turns away from the group and looks out over the sea of clouds before them. I... apologize. Sonic blinks in confusion. Behind him, Tails quickly looks over his shoulder to check if he's grown a third tail.
Oh, I could just picture that and it's beautiful.
Somewhere else, Classic Sonic emerges from the warp ring in a place filled with pink structures and spikes. Classic is just in time to see Metal Sonic barrel through some spikes while dragging Robotnik behind him. He seems to be having trouble lifting him, but despite the scientist's protests, the bot won't release him. You blasted contraption! Free me at once! You're not protecting me, you're actively impeding my mission! The two disappear further into collision chaos, and Classic Sonic takes off towards them. This is the first of a few additions I'd make to the game. Both Classic and Modern have their own separate boss encounters and rival fights, but they don't have any specific levels to themselves. So why not have some small bonuses for each? The level that Classic encounters, of course, is Collision Chaos, but it's both acts pressed into one with the same sort of Sonic Generations type flair added to it as the other levels have, along with a bumpin' remix that I can only imagine because I am not a musical wizard, I'm sorry.
Fair enough, neither am I.
Once Classic completes the stage,
Although I try.
Sonic launches upwards with Robotnik and crashes into a mysterious structure above. Using the falling debris, Classic gives chase, jumping up to confront his metal doppelganger, technically for the first time. When Classic finishes his ascent, he's in Stardust Speedway and the rival encounter proceeds as normal, aside from Metal's demise. Instead of getting punted into the next life, as in the original game, he rushes Classic for one final blow, but accidentally smashes into a nearby wall and falls off the speedway, much like he does in CD. The wall opens up, revealing Robotnik standing by a tied-up figure devoid of color. Ah yes, I suppose I should thank you for rescuing me from my rescuer. That robot seemed to be protecting me as if I were its creator. Though I suppose I am, or will be. So as the most similar thing to what it knows, it's likely its programming latched onto me and decided that I was in trouble because I was surrounded by all of you creatures. Robotnik turns to face the frozen figure. And as for her, she was possibly a victim of our robotic assailant as well. I don't recognize her in the slightest, though. Classic looks upon the figure as Robotnik unties her. As soon as her feet touch the ground, she begins to regain her life force, and before long, Amy Rose is standing before the Classic duo. She puts a hand on her head and nearly falls over. She looks to her two sides to see Classic and Robotnik standing by in case she actually does fall. Sonic, you saved me! I always knew you'd find us! I have no idea why Dr. Eggman seemed so upset with Metal Sonic, but I guess even bad guys get into fights with their friends sometimes, huh? She looks at Sonic again, this time more closely. He takes a step back and shoots her an uncomfortable look. There's something different about you. Did you dye your hair? He rolls his eyes and puts his hands on his hips. Excuse me, but it's likely that this isn't the Sonic you know. Or at least, not currently. She turns to Robotnik, and only then does she realize where she's standing. Wow, blast from the past! Come to think of it, you look totally different too, Eggman. There is much to explain. And would you please stop calling me that? Back with the modern gang, Sonic, Tails, Orbot, and Cubot are still staring dumbfounded at Dr. Eggman. I'm sorry for what happened back in the chemical plant. Nothing else. I simply will not apologize for what I've chosen to do with my life, just because it puts us in direct opposition. However, I will apologize for stressing the seriousness of the situation and then doing something that could have put us in further danger. I let my personal feelings get the better of me. If that's not acceptable, then nothing I say will change this, and we might as well get back to work before the timeline collapses around us any further. Eggman is just about to walk down a nearby path when a warp ring appears behind the quartet, and from it, Classic, Robotnik, and Amy tumble onto the ground. Classic jumps up and looks into the warp ring, and the image of Stardust Speedway slowly fades to white. The warp ring itself also begins to fade to white, but manages to disperse before it is totally taken over by whatever force consumed the location they had just arrived from. Ah, it's good to see that you all made it back. FYI, I already made amends with the group, and I will not be apologizing again just so that you can hear it. We never said everything was cool. See, that's why I added that bit at the end. I don't care if you accept it or not. My conscience is clean. Now, past me, if you could bring the Eggmobile around, I'd like to aid in the search for the Emerald. Classic and Amy help Robotnik to his feet, and grumbling, he walks towards his counterpart. There's something important that we need to speak about. And in addition to that, he gestures to Amy, who holds out another Chaos Emerald. Hey, way to go, Amy! Glad to see that you're safe. She dashes to Sonic's side and hugs him, dropping the Chaos Emerald in Tails' hands as she passes him. Oh, Sonic, after that big thing grabbed us from the party, I was worried I'd never see you again. But lo and behold, you came to save me. Tails, please help! Personal space under attack! Tails laughs off Sonic's comment. 2 emeralds already? This is going a lot faster than I expected. That's all well and good, but we also need to discuss what we just saw. Classic Sonic shivers as he walks over to his friends. Amy releases Modern Sonic and pats Classic on the head reassuringly. She turns back to address the group as a whole. Right after this Sonic saved me and Dr. Robotnik, Sonic got our attention, and on the horizon, we saw the sky changing colors. It kept getting duller until the night sky was just a dull white. Soon after that, the colors started draining from the ground little by little, and it almost seemed like whatever was happening to the world was about to reach us. Dr. Robotnik managed to make a warp ring for us to escape into before it got to us, but it was really close. I thought I was about to go right back to being a statue. For the record, when I mentioned the timeline collapsing further, I wasn't being serious. But hearing that makes me think that's exactly what's happening. So we've got an even stricter time limit than we thought? Man, I hate time travel! Doctor, do you think that it'd be possible for the Sonics to stave off this petrification? They managed to save Amy and I just by doing their thing, so could that buy us some time? I'm afraid that's not possible. Even if it was the Sonics saving you, there's no way they could keep an entire location from being petrified. Regardless, I believe the excess energy released from fighting the Time Eater is what saved the both of you. But Sonic didn't fight anything like that back on Little Planet. It was just Metal Sonic. Excuse me, what do you mean, just Metal Sonic? I'll have you know that Metal Sonic is one of my most brilliant creations. You could easily... You very well may be onto something. I'd have to run some tests to be able to be sure, but it could be a combination of sorts. The group begins to walk and talk, Dr. Eggman almost not noticing their departure.
Wait a minute, is he reciting the B-movie script? I just heard him say, according to all of laws of aviation, there was no way that Metal Sonic should be able to fly.
Still enthralled by the sound of his own voice.
it's got a tall body and heavy because metal, and it also doesn't have wings, which doesn't make any sense. That is beautiful.
And that means we're leaving Sky Sanctuary till next time. So I hope you enjoyed this little extra bit that I decided to throw in, and like I said, there will be more like this.
Okay, is there not a Generations one? Another Generations one. Okay.
No trouble, there is.
How about... I don't know. Yeah, but his rewrite of it is pretty good. We could try to turn that into an actual game, like a fan game. In any case, that's where I'm gonna end the stream for today. I hope you had a wonderful time, everyone. I certainly did, and I will see you all in the next one. Please remember to donate to the Red Cross using the link in the description, or you can super chat to me if you want to donate to just me. But I'd recommend, at least for now, donating via the link in the description down below to donate to the American Red Cross.